It's the weekend. Let's do a little bit of an update on the Crystal Cleanse. We've got some stats and data from DNA 3000. We have got just some, thoughts, and also, of course, I know a lot of you are quite vocal on why you aren't opening crystals at the moment, which is fair. I know people have got very fair reasons as to it, why they're not opening. I think one of the main reasons is the rewards aren't as spicy as maybe they want. They want higher value things to not to open up crystal. I mean, open up crystals is one of the most easiest things to do, but it looks like on a monthly basis we probably as a community only open about 750 to 800 mil, I would assume. And the reason I'd assume that is that it just feels like if this was a natural thing, which currently it's not really a natural thing, because we're kind of like not forced, but this is an event. Does this feel a bit inflated? Maybe it's everybody went ham to begin with because of the event and they opened up a load of stuff, and this is an exercise to encourage people to open up hoarded crystals. I don't know what the secret agendas might be. Put on that tinfoil hat and let's go mental. No, let's not. Let's get it down to, facts of things. In game at the moment, you can see we're at 391 million. I am recording this on the 20th of September, 2024. And I've got to be careful because I was cooking with chilies and I keep rubbing my eyes. Why do I do that? I do not know. So let's bring out the calculator. And if we were going to give like a rough idea of things, then I'd say this is why this is difficult to give any kind of indication of what score we're going to be at the end of the month or the end of this event. So say we're about halfway through the event itself. Okay, if we take, I don't know, we'll take how much we got right now. Say halfway through, we're 391, 385. And 727 at the point of recording this video. We're going to take that score, and then what we're going to do is just times it by 2, right? That's not the best logical way to kind of like find a sum and kind of give a right kind of answer there, but let's just say we'll come back to like theory sense in a minute, but let's just say we end on 782 million points. Okay, where will that see us to what we take back, or what can we get? Well, it's not much, is it? Because it's like I put it at milestone 23, which is their stretch milestone 24. So if you imagine you're likely to get anything that's 23, 22, 21, 2019, well, is that a good chunk of like if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9? No, I don't think it would have been nice to say we'd push to get at least a good chunk of tier 2 dust, but it is what it is. I just don't think that it's super possible, but it could be slightly possible to do it. Right. This is a breakdown of things from DNA 3000. This is an up to date, and we'll cover like your thoughts, because you don't have to open up crystals, And just quickly, actually, before we get into this, is that I've still got to open up crystals. I'm doing my crystal opening week next week, which has a narrative. Every video has a narrative. Like we talk about going from one video to the next video. It's a kind of a mini series. I do them once in a while, especially when I'm gone on holiday, because it's a fun thing to see at the end of it. What do I pick up? It's a journey. But there are crystals that I won't be opening the same way that a lot of other people won't be opening. So one of the only crystals I will not be opening is, where is it? Titan crystal? Yeah, Titan crystal. I won't be opening that because I'm saving up for Beta Ray Bill's Titan crystal entry. And I do sympathise with players because they don't want to have in their stashes like a ton of items expiring. Like I've got a load of energy refills that I've got to get used with, but I just don't have the time at the moment to use them. Hopefully next week when I'm on holiday, I can actually use them and actually do stuff without having to go, oh, I've got to work during the day and then I've got to do this during the night, or this or this or this project here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I get why people aren't opening up their crystals for that reason. It's then obviously disappointing to what we could achieve. But again, I sympathize because the rewards aren't great. It just would be, this is the only reason I push this more, kind of recommend this to like be a community event, is because it helps out new players to the game get stuff, at least get an opportunity to get some things that they would find difficult otherwise getting. However, next season, or not season, but next month, when we get the next event, the next Realm event, I think it might tick a lot of boxes for players. If it's Battlegrounds orientated, people will get involved, or maybe they won't. We'll have to see what how that impacts, because this, on the face of it, is actually more easier than having to do Battlegrounds. I wonder where people of the community will be up to with their thoughts and opinions when we have to do content. You have to farm content. What's easier, this or that? But will the rewards be better, and therefore you'll be more interested in doing that? Again, another thing that kind of another variable to consider. Anyway, so DNA 3000 has put together and plotted the course. Of course, the opening rate is that we'd have to be opening up a large amount, and currently it is not a large amount, which you can see here. Big peaks, but of course things tailed off. Let's get this better into shot. Things have indeed tailed off slightly. I think we're at the we did the impasse, the crossover this week, where things started going bad, and yeah, we're not kind of hitting the average. We went above the average, and then we're kind of like hollowing. We're kind of like we're just balancing out, which isn't great. There's still time to come back. Like, don't always doom and gloom it, because we can still come back, and there may be something there that kind of improves things. However, that 6-star featured didn't exactly ping up a great amount for it. And of course, some people thinking that the new 6-star features crystal changeover might cause a bump, but I didn't think that was likely, because the numbers were simply too small. All right, doom and gloom it, DNA. Even at our current slower than necessary pace, we're still opening over 10 million crystals per day. I can't imagine featured 6 stars being opened at even 1% of that rate for a sustained period of time, which is not bizarre, but kind of weird that a lot of people aren't opening 6-star features as more as they used to. Remember, there used to be like people saving mass amounts of them to open, saving a mass amount of 6-star shards to open it, and maybe something's changed. Maybe a lot of people will just open, as soon as they get a 6-star crystal, they're just straight up opening it. Maybe they're getting a lot of the newer champions. Don't know, but it's just kind of weird. You kind of think that would have been a bigger bump. But anomalies come in. Even, DNA 3000 shocked by this. I did see a weird bump on Saturday morning that I don't have a good explanation for, which is that one. Hang on. Didn't we put out a video on Saturday morning? I'm not going to say, no, it's not, obviously it's not down to me. I'd be incredibly arrogant to kind of like think that. But I'm sorry, I'm just going on my channel just to double check. I'm pretty certain we did a video on Saturday. I released a video on that one. I got to just quickly double check. The 14th of September. Oh, okay. Well, if anybody saw that video and kind of like got involved with it, yes, that might have helped. I'm not going to say it did or didn't, but it got out there. How many people saw that particular video? 11,000. Okay, so there you go. That could have helped. So it's like the Yankovic bump. Did we have the RichTheMan bump? Possibly. I do not know. It's an anomaly. Even DNA 3000 can. It's a head scratcher. Anyway, I don't know what the future is of this event. We've stated the facts. The rewards aren't overly great. I think we all agree. There are good reasons for people not opening their crystals, because they don't want to see like too many things in the stash. Maybe they're hoarding for something specifically. There could be other reasons to that. But of course, at least it keeps Brian Grant's egg intact for the time being. And yeah, some people are shocked if we kind of reach 600 million. And you might have to open up, your crystals might even be force opened in any case. But yeah. Is opening 1,000 useless crystals hardly takes 5 minutes. Fair enough. For a dust ascend, a 6-star champion is not valuable for summoners. And that's the thing that I've just pointed out. Like, it might not be something for some people, but it might be something for somebody else, like maybe a new player to the game, or maybe somebody close to a particular reward of some description. I don't know. I'd like to see, a big bump. Hopefully we get the weekend bump, and we rally around opening up a load of crystals. I'm certainly doing that this weekend as I prepare for my videos next week. Hope you're doing the same. Good luck in whatever you're doing. And do bear in mind, like, it's up to you if you want to open up those crystals. It just helps towards this particular event. And we'll see what happens next week as we end into the last week. We'll see if we can do another weekend bump going into the final stretch. But we'll have to see what's left on the milestones, on the crystal cleansing, which, we got Primordial Dust 2. Is there anything, like, I think the units, like, if we could at least get the 150 units there, and maybe the dust as well, accumulate as much dust as possible going up, because that tier 2 dust is where things get a little bit more interesting. And, damn it, I should really be ascending champions. Good reminder. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. Check out some other content. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.